the amount of kilometers you're running is like, it puts a lot of strain on your body. I had not had my first period by the age of 17, which is not normal. Getting a regular period is a sign that you have a healthy body. They're literally going downhill at the rate of like an express train. But just make sure you're getting all food groups, but you don't need to count, you don't need to micromanage. Your body can do that itself. Honestly, I think I'm just too lazy to overtrain. Sometimes I feel like my talent is wasted as a runner and I really should be a ballet dancer instead. Welcome back to my channel. Oh, I need to turn this off. Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another day in my life as a teenage middle distance runner. This morning I'm just going for an aerobic run, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for about an 8k easy aerobic run. So I'm gonna go for that now, and then when I come back I will film myself doing like my post-run stride outs, and I'll probably do some drills and some stretching as well. So yeah, it's currently 8:26 AM. Yay! And it's Thursday. Not that that matters, but it's Thursday. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit of stretching now, and then I'm done. Alrighty, I have been to great lengths to take this thumbnail. The thumbnail for this video, so I hope you guys have appreciated it, because that took me a long time to get, and I'm probably gonna get sore knees because I was like jumping trying to get like the right pose. Anyway, this is what I do for you guys to get good thumbnails, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, I need to, why does the lighting do this to me? Ooh. Yeah, so we're going to drive home now. I just wanted to show you, quickly. So I just wanted to show you guys my pre-race snack. So I had, no, not 3. I had 2 of these medjool dates before my run. Yeah, so on the way here, while I was driving here, I just ate 2 of these, and they're really good, and they give you like lots of energy before you run. I think these are a good thing to have before you run, medjool dates. So there you go, that was my pre-run snack this morning. And I'm gonna drive home now, so I will see you when I get home. Okay, so I'm back home and I'm now gonna make breakfast, which, and the breakfast that I've been having at the moment is oats. So I've just been having like porridge, lots of toppings. So yeah, I'll show you how I make it. I've showed you in literally every other vlog I've filmed in the past couple of weeks, but I'll show you in this one as well because why not? Ooh. Also, just FYI, in case you didn't notice, my crop top matches my socks, which match my watch. So I'm just feeling very color coordinated today. Oh, you didn't see my socks there. Wait. So we have got the oats, the milk, and the hot water all in here. Then we're gonna mix them together. We're gonna add some honey, lots of honey, and frozen blueberries in here. And then for toppings, I use chopped up strawberries, flaxseed meal, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and lots of peanut butter, because peanut butter makes everything better. Hello, Noelle's back on the vlog, brought back by popular demand. Oh yeah. This is the dinner that she made last night. She made tacos and she's now having the leftovers for lunch. I am. How good of you to utilize the leftover food. I just like to save the planet. Yeah. Yesterday was, what was it? Earth Day? Yesterday was Earth Day. So I'm just, yeah. I'm so ignorant to those hot things. It was Earth Day. Bobs, so, what did you do for Earth Day? Probably kind of contradicting Earth Day that I mean makes not very good for the planet, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes, you know, you gotta... Can't do everything. Can't do everything. Every little bit counts. Yeah. I feel like it's too much. No. It's never too much. It really is never too much. I'm currently, all my hair is looking a bit... We need to give this a brush in a minute. I also need to have a shower. If you've watched my last vlogs, you know that I just don't have showers until like 10 o'clock at night ever, and I just never get changed. Anyway, I'm currently making my lunch, but I've just realized it's the exact same lunch that I made in my last vlog, which is abnormal. I have not had this lunch, like I don't have this lunch. This is not the lunch I have every day. Like I switch up my lunches heaps and heaps, but I just happen to be having the same thing, like in 2 vlogs in a row, which is crazy. Absolutely. Ooh. Not really actually that crazy at all. Oh, my salmon is ready. So basically, my salmon was in the freezer and I've just defrosted it by putting it in the microwave. And then I stick it into this pan here and then fry it. And then I get vegetables, frozen vegetables, because I'm a bit lazy to cook them, which are in there. Oh, there, somewhere. And I get frozen vegetables and put them in the microwave and then zap them. And then I have vegetables and rice and salmon and avocado, which is over there. This avocado is also looking a bit beautiful today, so I thought I'd just show it to you. Like, she's a good looking avocado. Bobs is over there laughing at me. She's a good boy. She's a good boy. Anyway, so just gonna cook my salmon now. Okay, bye. Ooh. She's like, the thing, when I defrost it in the microwave, really I should like take it out a couple of hours before lunch and then put it on the side and then just like let it chill there for a little bit, defrosting, and then I can just fry it. But I don't do that. I take it out like 2 seconds before I'm about to eat it, because I don't plan my lunches ahead of time, because who does that when you're at home? Do you, Bob? You definitely don't. So yeah, but it like partially cooks in the microwave, which is kind of good because then I can like put the heat of the pan up like quite high and get it nice and crispy without overcooking it. So that's good, isn't it, Bobs? Yeah, so good. Here is my lovely looking lunch. I burnt the salmon a little bit trying to get it crispy, but I think it's crispy, so Pops thinks that's funny. And then, yeah, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Let's see the salmon. Oh, yeah. Me, being the very kind sister that I am, I'm going to be helping little Bobby with her maths. Yay. So that's what's going on now, isn't it, Bobs?
Yeah, totally.
Bobs is so happy, aren't you, Bob?
I'm sorry.
She loves maths. Yeah, you're so cute. Give me a hug. Hello everybody. Okay, so I have decided that in my vlogs, each vlog I'm kind of going to I'm gonna like film my day, but then at some point during the vlog I'm also going to just talk about a topic that one of you guys has asked me to talk about, or just something that I find interesting or whatever. But today I am talking about the female athlete triad, and somebody commented a while ago on one of my videos asking if I've ever had any issues with the female athlete triad and if I could talk about my experiences with it, and so that's what I'm talking about today. So what is the female athlete triad? So I'm going to put a little triangle on the screen here because it's a triad, obviously. Let me just, forgotten what's on it. Hang on a second. Let me just, okay, I found it. Okay, so it's a triangle, and wait, no, let me just read the Google thing. Okay, so this is what Google says. Some girls who play sports or exercise intensely are at risk for a problem called the female athlete triad. The female athlete triad is a combination of 3 conditions: disordered eating, amenorrhea. I know what that means, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's amenorrhea, and osteoporosis. A female athlete can have 1, 2, or all of 3 parts of the triad. So basically there's 3 things, because there's 3 corners of a triangle, and it is like, one corner is energy deficiency or like low energy availability, basically just not having enough energy. Another corner is menstrual disturbances, and basically like not getting your period properly, or not getting it regularly, or not getting it at all. And the third corner is osteoporosis, or like low bone density. And so you can have like 1, 2, or all 3 of those things, and often like once you have one of them, then you start having all of the others as well. And also just a warning, this section of the video is going to discuss periods, so if you are not mature enough to deal with conversations like that, then skip this part of the video. But really, it's a totally normal thing, so I think people just need to chat about it more. Okay, anyway, so back to the female athlete triad. So yeah, obviously in the name is female athlete, so this is something that many females who are doing sport at a high level can suffer with. That's not the right word. Can encounter? I don't know. It can happen to females who are doing sport at a high level, and I think it's probably more common in some sports than others, but it's definitely common in all sports. And I think one sport that it's probably more common in than some others is like running, especially long distance and middle distance running and cross country running, just because the amount of like kilometers you're running is like, it puts a lot of strain on your body. And also obviously if you run for like 10 kilometers rather than 2 kilometers, you're going to be using up a lot more energy, and so it is easier to become energy deficient. Okay, so yeah, and that's a sport that I do. I obviously, as if you're watching my video, I'm sure you know, but I am like a middle distance to long distance runner. On track, I run like 3k and 5k and sometimes 1500, but I'm not really fast enough for 1500. And then I also run cross country. So yeah, and I'm a female, if you didn't already know that. So okay, I'm going to talk about my experiences with the female athlete triad, because yes, I have had difficulties with some of these areas. I don't know what the right word is. I keep saying like suffered from, but it's not suffered from. I've had issues with 2 of those 3 areas of the triad. I've had issues with being energy deficient and not having enough energy and fuel. And also the menstrual disturbance, amenorrhea section. I haven't, I don't think, had issues with osteoporosis or low bone mass, but like, I don't know. How do I know if I have? I don't think so. I think my bones are fine. But sometimes if you are like in an energy deficiency for too long, then that's what happens. Like, you will get osteoporosis, but I don't think I have that problem. I hope not. Bones, are you okay? I think so. Okay, anyway, so we are going to discuss the 2 sections of the female athlete triad that I have had struggles with. So, starting with energy deficiency, because that will help explain the menstrual disturbances. Saying menstrual disturbance, that's like such a strange way of saying, anyway, it's a strange phrase. Yeah, we're gonna start with talking about energy deficiency, because that will explain, because if you're not getting enough energy and you're deficient in energy, then you're probably not going to be getting regular periods, because your body is like, it doesn't have the energy to like, okay, we will get into this, Right, let's start from the very beginning. Energy deficiency. Okay, so I have been running since about the age of 8 years old, and I started training with a coach when I was 12 years old, so I have been running for a very long time. I also want to point out that overtraining has never been an issue for me, so I have never overtrained. We've always been super careful with my training, like to keep it at a level that is not overtraining, so I've never overtrained. Sometimes I've undertrained, sometimes I've been a bit lazy. In 2017, I was lazy and did not train enough, but like, I have never overtrained, so that is not an issue. But yeah, I've been running for a very long time, and I always ate like heaps and heaps of food. It was predominantly healthy food, just because I don't really like the taste of unhealthy foods. But yeah, I did always eat a lot of food, and I was never energy deficient until until 2018, and I experienced about a year of being energy deficient. It's hard to know where it started, because it was never like a conscious decision. I was never like, right, I'm gonna go on a diet and eat less food, because I do not. If you know me, you know that I like very much do not agree with diets. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I do not agree with diets at all. I just think it's ridiculous. You're like, your body is very smart and capable of telling you what it wants to eat, and you need to listen to what it eats, and diets are just teaching you to not listen to your body and to probably not eat enough for what your energy needs are, and they're just so unhealthy for your body and your mind. And anyway, so yeah, it's hard to know when I started being energy deficient, because it wasn't like a conscious choice, but I just know that at some point, I think it was around like April, May 2018, I was going through a bit of a hard time at that moment. I'm going to make a full video on this, talking about this, but I was going through a hard time for a bunch of reasons. I had just moved across the country. I've just moved back across the country because of stuff, so I was like back at my old school, which I hadn't been to for a year, and then also my parents split up, and so I was just not in the best headspace. Anyway, at some point I just gradually started eating less food, and I have always been like quite a slim person. I'm not like super skinny, but I'm fairly slim. That's just my build. My mum is exactly the same. I have the same build as my mum. We are just quite slim people with like very fast metabolisms. So although I always ate a lot of food, I was always like relatively slim. So I needed to keep eating that amount of food just to maintain my weight, because if I dropped weight, then that would quickly get to an unhealthy weight, because my natural weight is quite slim. So I wasn't eating the right level of food. I just started gradually eating less food, and I became energy deficient. And let me tell you, this was not a good time at all. I didn't have enough energy to train, and my running results got so bad. I was just they were literally going downhill at the rate of like an express train. Like, they were really not thriving, and training wasn't like, I wasn't going well at training, and I got my very first injury. So I had never been injured properly before in running. I had severs when I was younger, but everyone gets severs. It's just like a thing in your heel. It's not an injury, it's just like a thing you have to manage. So yeah, I'd never had an injury before, and right about 6 months after I started being energy deficient and not having enough energy, I got my first injury. And also, like, I'd been running for almost 10 years and I had never got an injury. So that kind of shows you that I wasn't overtraining and that I was, like, giving myself plenty of fuel. And then when I started not giving myself enough fuel, I got injured. So yeah, I got my first injury, and it was a tear in my proximal hamstring. And that, I didn't have to stop running completely, but I did have to, like, drastically reduce my training load and just, like, try and increase it slowly again. And it was, I don't need to go into that, but anyway, I didn't have enough energy to train properly, to race properly. I got injured. I didn't have enough energy even to, like, concentrate at school. And then I started year 12 in 2019. And then after term 1 of year 12, I went to nationals at the end of term 1. I did really badly because I didn't have enough energy. And I got back to Perth and I was like, okay, this obviously isn't working. I think we need to eat more food. And it's not that I wasn't eating, like, I wasn't eating a super small amount of food. I was having breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, but I just wasn't having enough food. Because as a female teenage runner, you need a lot of food, like a lot of food, a lot, because your body is, like, it's trying to grow, it's trying to, like, become a woman, and it's also trying to do very high level demanding training, so you need a lot of food. And while I was eating food, I was, like, not starving myself, but I just wasn't eating enough food. And after not doing well at nationals in the first term of year 12, I came back to Perth and I was like, yeah, okay, this is not working, we need to eat more food. And so I just upped my food intake and I just ate more food. I really tried to listen to my body, and I just ate a lot more food. And I think one thing that experience taught me is I am now a lot more in tune with my body. Like, I'm really in tune with my body and what it wants to eat and what it's craving and when it wants to eat. And I can, like, I'm very much in tune with my body now, which is a fantastic place to be. So yeah, basically from around April 2018 through to April 2019, I was energy deficient. And then we fixed that problem. I started eating more food, and then I was no longer energy deficient, and my running results picked up, and my social life and happiness picked up, and everything picked up, and it was great. And now I'm great, yay. So that was, like, over a year ago now. It's actually been about a year since then, yeah. So now I am all good, and we have come through that. So that is the energy deficient side of the triangle. Now I'm going to talk about the menstrual disturbance side. Okay, so I have always been a very late developer. I was the last person in my whole year group to lose my first tooth. I always had growth spurts way later than other people. Like, I was that person, I used to be that person who was in the front row of every single photo. And now I'm, like, quite tall. And in year 12, I think I was in, like, second back row for the photo out of, like, 8 rows. So, yeah. Yeah, so basically I had growth spurts really late. I've always just, like, developed. I've been a very late developer. And so we always thought that I was going to be probably one of the last people to get my period. And up until the end of year 10 or the start of year 11, which is 2018, I was, like, really healthy. I was a healthy weight. I was, like, eating plenty of food. I was not doing all that much training. I didn't do all that much training in 2017, like I hinted at before. I was not doing all that much training. I wasn't doing as much training as I should have been doing. So yeah, I probably wasn't going to get my period until year 11. And year 11 was probably the year that my body was meant to get its period. I think that's when it naturally would have come. But in April 2018, I started being energy deficient and I didn't have enough energy, and I'm pretty sure my period was gonna come, like, around that time, because I don't know, I'm quite in tune with my body. I could kind of tell it was supposed to come, it was supposed to start. I was gonna actually get my period. Literally everyone else in my year group had got their period and I hadn't got my period. And like, how old was I? I was 16. Like, that's starting to get a little bit abnormal. So yeah, I didn't have my period and it should have come in that year, but then I started being energy deficient and not having enough energy. And when your body doesn't have enough energy, it's not going to, like, you're not going to get a period because, like, number one, when you don't have enough energy, your body is doing everything it can to keep the, like, essential body functions going. So if you've got limited energy, the body is going to use that energy to keep your essential body functions going, like your heartbeat, like your brain, and everything like that. And it doesn't have the energy to focus on, like, it doesn't have the energy to put into giving you a period, and so you're not going to get a period. And the second reason why you're not going to get a period is because as females, although having periods sucks, it is a good thing because getting a regular period is a sign that you have a healthy body. It's a sign that your body is healthy enough to be able to carry children. And if you're energy deficient, then your body is not ready to carry children. It's not in a fit state to carry children, because if you're energy deficient, like, it needs all that energy, the little bit of energy that you're giving it for you. It doesn't have any excess energy to put into, like, having a child. Your body is not fit and healthy to carry a child, and so you don't get a period, because, like, the whole point of periods is so you can, like, carry children, and you're not in a fit state to carry children, so your body's not gonna get a period. And yeah, getting regular periods is an important thing because it shows you that your body is healthy, and if you're not getting regular periods, that means your body is not healthy. Well, obviously, like, above a certain age, if you're not getting regular periods, that means your body is not healthy. Sorry, my camera just ran out of storage, but yeah, if you're not getting periods above a certain age, probably above the age of, like, 16, then that is a problem, and you need to start looking at your lifestyle and what you're doing, and what you like should be doing differently to get a period, because it is an important part, like, of a female's life. You need to have fairly regular periods because that shows that you have a healthy body. So back to me. Yeah, I was in a period of energy deficiency and wasn't getting my period during that time, and like I mentioned, around April 2019 was when I, like, stopped being energy deficient, and that was just after my 17th birthday, and I still didn't have a period by that point, obviously, and I'd never had a period before. I had never had my first period. I had not had my first period by the age of 17, which is not normal. And so I went through that year, and I was kind of hoping that my period would come soon because, like, I was, like, fueling my body properly. I wasn't overtraining, and I was like, please, body, come on, show me that you're healthy. And then in I think it was it October 2019, so this was, like, only 6 months ago, I got my first period, and I was like, yes. Oh my gosh, if you want me to do a story time about that, I could do a story time about my first period, but I was quite happy when that finally arrived. I was like, yes. And that was just, like, a normal period. It went for, like, 3 days. And then a month later, I got another period, but it was like 5 or 6 weeks later, I had a period, but it was only for, like, 1 day. And then that was around November. And then in December I had nationals, and then me and my mum and my sister went on a big holiday overseas, and I was overseas for over 2 months, and I didn't get a period that whole time. So I had a period in October and then one in November, and I didn't get one December, January, February, and I arrived back from overseas halfway through February. And then in March, over a month after I'd been back in Australia and I was back at home, and by then I'd kind of got back in my routine, I got my third period, and it came, and I was like, yay, woohoo! And I'm like, okay, well, now that I'm back in Australia and I'm back in a routine, hopefully I can start actually getting regular periods, because that is a sign of a healthy body. So I was like, okay, cool. Got one period, let's try and get another one next month. And now it's next month, and guess what? I'm on my period. It's come again. Yay. So yeah, I have now. I feel it's such an achievement for me because honestly, like, yeah, it's been quite a concern that I haven't had it because as a female runner, if you're not getting your period and you're like 16, 17, 18, 19 and in your 20s and you're not getting a period, then that is an issue and you need to sort it out. And I was concerned about it and now I got it, and it's happened twice when it's supposed to happen. Like, it happened once and then it happened a month later and I'm like, yes. So yeah, basically, so how many is that? I've had 4 periods in my lifetime and I'm 18. So yeah, hopefully I will keep you guys updated on my journey, but hopefully we are actually going to start having like properly regular periods now, and I'm going to keep fueling my body and keep just not overtraining. I've never really had an issue with overtraining. I'm a bit honestly, I think I'm just too lazy to overtrain. Like, I can't really be bothered like doing more than I have to, you know? No, I'm joking, but like I know how much my body wants to be doing, and I would never push it like too far. I would never overtrain. So yeah, that is not an issue for me, but just making sure I'm fueling my body with plenty of fuel is the biggest thing I'm trying to do. And if I do that, then hopefully I can keep getting regular periods. And so those are my experiences with the female athlete triad. So to recap, female athlete triad, forgotten. No, I haven't. Okay. We have menstrual disturbances, we have low energy deficiency, or no, just energy deficiency, and then we have low bone mass. So I have suffered with energy deficiency and menstrual disturbances, but not low bone mass as much as I can tell. Like, I didn't know how to tell if I have low bone mass. Low bone mass. I don't know how to tell that. I guess I don't, seeing as I haven't really had any like issues that I've noticed, I hope. So yeah, I'm happy to film another video where I go more in depth into these things if you guys would be interested in that, because it's really is a very important issue. There are a lot of female athletes who struggle with these issues. They are normal things to struggle with, but it's also like not normal. It's not something that should be happening, so you do need to get on top of them and you do need to fix them, but they happen to a lot of people, and it's really important that we spread awareness about these things, because I only heard about the female athlete triad like late last year, so it's important to like spread awareness and let people know about it, so then they can identify whether they have issues, because like, if you don't know about something, you might not know you have an issue in that area until you find out about it, and then you're like, oh wait, yeah, that actually is me. So yeah, if you guys would like me to film more videos about these things, comment down below and let me know like what areas you'd like me to talk about more. I'm happy to, yeah, talk about whatever you want me to talk about. But I hope I didn't go, I definitely did go TMI in this conversation, but it's like, I'm not really fussed about talking about these things. For a while, for me, it did feel kind of weird to talk about periods, because I was literally the only person in my year group who didn't have one, and because it was something I'd never experienced, I was like, well, I don't really know what to talk about when my friends, like, I remember one time I was having a conversation with my friends, and we were talking about our first periods, and they were like, oh, what age did you get yours? And I was like, oh, I still haven't had it. And they were like, oh. So it was like weird to talk about, but now that it's kind of actually happening to me, I am more than happy to talk about it. I honestly have, like, nothing is TMI for me. Absolutely nothing is TMI. I will just talk about literally anything. So yeah, let me know down below if you'd like me to discuss any of these issues in more depth. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get out of the car now because it's hot. I was just filming in here because there is a person in our house doing double glazing for our windows. Well, he's not doing it. He's measuring our windows to see what sort of double glazing we could get, because I wake up every morning to the sound of the traffic, and also the light, and also my bladder, because I have a tiny bladder and I always need to pee when I wake up in the morning. So I wake up in the morning because my bladder is full, then I go to the toilet, then I can't get back to sleep, and then I'm tired all day. It's a vicious cycle. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna go inside because my camera's about to run out of storage again. So yeah, let's continue the daily vlog. I just went back into the house and then I realised that I forgot to say the last bit of this long speech that I was going on about the female athlete triad. I forgot to give you my tips. So the biggest and pretty much the only tip I can give you, and I think it's the only tip you need, is that you need to fuel your bodies with enough food. You need, if you are a female athlete, you need, and especially if you're in your teenage or early 20s, like, you need to eat a lot of food. And it needs to be food that is covering all the food groups: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vegetables. If there are any other food groups, then those as well. Like, it needs to be foods that are like covering all of those food groups. Never ever go on a diet, especially not a low carb diet, because carbs are like the main energy source for athletes. We really need carbs. We need all the food groups. So yeah, my biggest tip is just to eat a lot of food and listen to your body and eat what your body wants to, but make sure you're getting enough food. So sometimes that means eating even if you're not hungry, but yeah, just try and listen to your body and make sure you're getting enough food. And if you're not sure if you're getting enough food, you're probably not getting enough food, okay? So eat. And if you're really uncertain, then definitely go see a sports dietitian. I can recommend a couple of sports dietitians if you're interested. But yeah, be wary of sports dietitians who actually promote like diets and not listening to your body, because there are lots of sports dietitians out there who are actually not promoting like healthy lifestyles and healthy like food choices that are healthy for both your mind and your body. Like, some dietitians just promote like food choices that are healthy for your body and that are not healthy for your mind, and that actually won't be healthy for your body in the long term. So yeah, you need to be careful with your choice of dietitian, but it should be someone who's just including all food groups and not putting any restrictions on your diet, and not saying like you can't have this, you can't have that. And also my other tip is, don't count your calories or your amount of protein or the amount of carbs or the amount of anything that you're getting, or I don't know what else you can count. I've never counted any of those things, so I don't really have much experience in this, but my observation is that this just makes you not listen to your body, because if you're counting, I think calories is the most common one. Like, if you're counting calories and you're just like you have a certain number of calories for a meal and then you just only eat that many calories in that meal. I actually don't know how it works, but that is kind of what I had in my head. So if you're doing that, then like, that's so bad, because you're not listening to your body. Like, you're giving yourself like a portion of food and you're saying you're just gonna eat this portion. Like, no, that is like teaching yourself to not listen to your body. You should like just eat however much you want to eat, and it's probably also like not going to be enough. If you're like saying you can only have this much, it's probably not enough. So just like, don't count any of that stuff. Don't count how many carbohydrates or protein you're getting. You don't need to count it. You just need to listen to your body and listen to what it wants, and make sure you are getting carbs and proteins and veggies at every single meal, and fats, healthy fats as well. But just make sure you're getting all food groups. But you don't need to count. You don't need to micromanage. Your body can do that itself. Your body is very smart and it's very complex, and it is very capable of doing that itself. Like, you do not need to micromanage all of the little stuff. So yeah, do not track any of your food, and make sure you are getting plenty of food. Like, eat a lot, because you need it, and food is fantastic. So yeah, those are my tips, because I feel like if I didn't say that, someone will comment below asking for tips, and I meant to say tips on like how to deal with the female athlete triad if you are encountering issues. And my advice is to eat food, and lots of it. So yeah, I'm going to have a shower now because I need to have a shower, and yeah. Oh, I am not looking very good. Guys, how has this happened? I still haven't had a shower. We actually have an issue. I just like, it always gets to like literally nighttime and I haven't had a shower yet. And like, I've just been in my running clothes. Like, I ran at like 8:30 a.m. this morning, and it's now 6:30 p.m. and I still haven't had a shower, and I'm still in my running clothes. Like, I don't know why I do this, but I just, every single day, it happens. Okay, so I actually need to go have a shower now. And then I'm going to be cooking dinner. Or should I cook dinner first? Yes, I should cook dinner first, because then I like, because if I have a shower, sometimes like cooking dinner, because I'm going to be like frying chicken, like the oil gets on me and then I get dirty, and then I don't like being dirty, so I have another shower. So, which is not good for the environment. But literally sometimes if I'm like just feeling dirty and I've already had a shower, but then like I cook dinner and I feel like I need to have another shower, I literally just have like a 20-second shower, so it's not that bad. Because I just can't, I hate the feeling of feeling dirty, like when I go into bed. I mean, I say as I've been like in my running clothes for like 14 hours, but no, I hate the feeling of feeling dirty when I'm like going into my nice clean bed. So sometimes I just have like a 20-second shower. Anyway, I don't have to do that today because I'm gonna cook dinner first and then go up and have a shower and then eat dinner. Tonight I am cooking a pasta with chicken. Is this not what I cooked in my last vlog? I feel like it is. Am I having like all the same meals that I had in my last vlog? I don't know. Oh my gosh. What? What? Deja vu. I feel like I did cook this in my last vlog. So that is strange. That is very strange. It's slightly different to the pasta I cooked last time, but it's kind of similar. So anyway, I'm gonna cook dinner now, and then I'm going to go and have a shower. I already said that, I'm just repeating myself. Sometimes I feel like my talent is wasted as a runner and I really should be a ballet dancer instead, you know? But, you know, I can't do everything. Jokes, I'm joking. Have you seen me dance? If you've seen me dance, you will know that I'm like the least likely candidate in the whole of the galaxy to ever be a ballet dancer. Guys, I'm very proud of myself. I just had a shower and now I'm changed into my lovely big comfy t-shirt and trackies, and dinner is almost ready. So thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I hate how my thumbs like bend, like I can't, it's really hard to make them not bend, like they just naturally go like that and it annoys me. Like, can you just not please? Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to end this vlog here. Sorry it was mostly just me rambling and talking and not much of me actually doing stuff. The next vlog I post, I will be doing more things, but I don't know, I talked for quite a lot today, so I thought I better not like film me doing too many things, otherwise this would literally be an hour. So yeah, if you want to see a vlog where I actually do more stuff like hurdle drills and cores and rolling and stretching and stuff, I'll link a couple of my vlogs up here, or you can just go check them out on my channel. Yeah. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog, and I hope you found the kind of thing, the female athlete triad conversation that I was talking about, interesting. And yeah, make sure to let me know down below what sort of things you might like me to talk about in future vlogs. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching through to the end. I honestly can't believe that anybody ever watches through to the end of my videos, but I think some of you do, so that means a lot to me. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, also, comment down below something better I can do with my outros other than putting my hand over the camera lens, because it's like so unoriginal, but also I don't know what else to do. So yeah, bye. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, ready, go. Also, if anyone has any tips for like clear skin, because I'm not thriving right now.